All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Valheim here. So last episode, we had a really good time getting chased around by an army, and I quite literally mean an army of gray dwarfs and a troll. And now that we have kind of done this, we're gonna go ahead and eat some food. We got all of our stuff repaired. We are I'm gonna go ahead and put this away here. We're gonna need to go get some we're not gonna think about what we're gonna get is actually it looks like it's about to be nighttime soon. So we might I might go ahead and just wait until the next day here. We'll go ahead, collect these, and then I'll check and see if we can sleep. And just like in the last video, I am recording this one right after the last one. Not entirely, I took a small break for a little bit, but the way that I'm gonna do the first, I think, 10 or so episodes of this is, it's raining. What luck. The first 10 or so episodes that we're gonna do here, we have all health, no stamina. We'll take it. I just missed everything. All right, we're just gonna leave. Oh, the army of necks is chasing us. So I'm still sick then, obviously. Recording this right after. Okay, we can eat honey. Oh. Water's coming down, man. Because I'm still sick, I might sound quite congested, and I might be a little bit of a mouth breather still during this episode here. I am drinking some hot tea with lemon and honey that has soothed my sore throat. It is not COVID or anything like that. I did take a COVID test and it's not COVID, but I do think it's the flu. My family had the flu, but for the first 10 or so episodes, I'm gonna try and just record a good chunk of gameplay every day, because there's not a ton of stuff early in the game that I'm gonna mark this on the map. There's not a ton of stuff early on in the game that we need to really kind of do, and so there's a lot of farming and a lot of preparation, but there isn't a whole lot of what I would call action, right? We're not going to explore a ton of new islands. We're not hunting anything crazy strong. All we're really doing is trying to get a base put down, built up with all the crafting benches and resource materials that we're really gonna need. Man, this really gave us a bit of a run there. That lag. Well, we've got so many buildings here that we can turn into different things. I don't know if we're gonna actually use this because it is quite far from the ocean here. We may want to clear out a bunch of this and just make it quite... Stop. We may want to make it just like over here. Maybe not right here, but maybe up there. We have a nice path in. But this would be a nice area to build on, especially because it's so open. But we're gonna breeze through these first 10 episodes really quickly. I have not decided exactly where I want to build the base, and there's a couple of reasons for that. We don't need a ton of space, although that right there maybe a place that we want to build. There's not a ton of reason to build a base right now. I don't have surtling cores. I don't have really anything crazy going on. We don't need a ton of tin or copper to get started. Oh my god, 2-star skeleton. You know what? Let's try and fight him. Holy shit, that damage. Oh, we got him about half health. Oh boy, we got staggered here. Let's go ahead and run for a second. I kind of want to take him into the clearing here. Oh, I killed him as he killed me. No, that's so unfortunate. He's in a safe space. We can go pick him up. Man, well, that's crazy. A 2-star skeleton right off the bat. We found a lot of 2 stars and things so quickly here. Let's see if there's any food we can eat just to get going. But yeah, we're really just, I want to explore down here, make sure that we don't have like a whole nother leg of the island that juts down there, like down in this direction, while we let our stamina regen with no rested bonus. Yikes. But if it does come down here quite a bit, or it's traversable water to the next island, I kind of want to go and explore that. And the reason being is I kind of want to know where the next boss is before we put our base down. And I'm a little concerned that the next boss is nowhere near us here, because we've been through 3 or 4 different structures without seeing a Vegvizier runestone, Vegvizier stone. And so I'm a little worried and concerned, but it's not going to be the end of the day. If it's not on this island and we have to get on a boat and go to it. But it is going to be something that starts to get a little arduous for us as we progressively move forward with everything that we make here, or everything that we get done. But it's not going to be the end of the world if it's not on this island. We can always build a boat and go to it. But I would like to know where he's at before we really build our base. I also want to get an item called the Stagbreaker, Now, I've talked about this in the past. It uses deer trophies to craft and some core wood. We need 20 core wood in order to craft it, and it's not going to be our primary weapon, but it's a weapon that we're going to want to use as we clear these burial mounds. So once we get it, we can pretty much just decide that we're going to go clear some burial mounds. Those skeleton trophies are very nice. Get our armor back on, and let's go ahead and see. We might be able to if this is a burial chamber. Might be able to grab some surtling cores. Which it is. Okay, how much stone do we have? We need 2 more stone. Let's go find some stone. Excellent. So the reason I'm grabbing some stone, and you, I'm not particularly worried about. Okay. Let's enter this. And now what we're going to do, place down a campfire. Ooh, hello. Oh. Oh, buddy. That's so good. Wow. That's 4. That's almost enough. Can I... Okay, we have like no stamina. So I'm gonna grab these glowing mushrooms here. So we're gonna wait for just a moment here. It looks like there's a bunch of skeletons just on the other end of that door. And once we have a rested buff and we're full health, we're gonna go ahead and see. So as you can see, there's multiple skeletons that spawn and spawners, as well as something called a ghost down here. And while there's a ghost down here, we need to be just a little cautious. There's 5, so we now can make a kiln. Okay. So while we're down here, we're looking for a minimum of 10 surtling cores. Ideally, we'd have 14. We've already got 5, which is a large amount for our first one. See, and that is why we want to be careful. That was just like 7 or 5 skeletons, I think. Very dangerous. To have that many skeletons down here. This one's going forever. When there's only one, it's not too... Okay, there's a ghost. Oh, he does so much damage. How do we want to do this? Okay, we beat him. Oh boy. Jackpot. I can't believe this. Our first one, we're gonna have, well, we already have 9. That's close to 10 coming in here. This is very early to have this many surtling cores. Those glowing mushrooms are going to be very useful later on. I'm not going to grab those yet because we want to take this to the end. Oh, Mr. Skeleton. Thank you, sir. Oh, we are so lucky. That right there gets us 10 surtling cores. We can go ahead and grab these glowing mushrooms now. I guess it would make sense. There's a 2-star skeleton guarding this. And that right there. Do we have space for some stone? We do. So we can pick it up. How's our weight looking? We can probably get some... We're gonna be careful here. Okay, 10 surtling cores. That is excellent. A lot of gold too. This is worth 50. This is worth 35. This is worth 20. That's like an extra 100 gold there, plus the 100 that we have at home. 27. That was such a good dungeon. So we'll go ahead and cross that off. We don't need to go there anymore. We don't... I don't think we really care about getting a second one right now. The only reason we would was so we could set up something called a portal. Which we don't really need to do. Break pine. So many hits. We need to drop stuff. 2 wood for a fire. Kind of don't need, but we're gonna keep. The gold we're gonna keep. The feathers we're gonna keep. The bones we're gonna keep. I heard a skeleton. I want to make sure another 2-star skeleton doesn't run up on us. We can clear that off as well. That is so much core wood. We really need to look into doing something about the club. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. Refresh these. Pull these up. This birch seed I don't think we really care about. I'd like to keep this resin. That we don't really care about either. Okay. That gave me 10. That gave me 9. Okay. So now we do need to be careful. There's another burial chamber there for us. But we are not going for it yet. I think what we might do... Like I said, we wanted to explore. It's about to get nighttime. What if... I don't want to be in the black forest at night. So what we're gonna do is head back. I'm gonna take a sip of tea right now. We'll just get some berries and mushrooms as we run back. We have... That's a big mountain. It would be cool to turn a place as large as this into a complete, like, country almost, where you have like a city in the mountains, a city in the meadows up in the top left, city in the bottom right, you know, and then maybe some small like villages out around like this. Oh, hi. I have the weight. Let's grab this. No reason not to. We're headed back, and ultimately it'll be nice to have this wood. So we're gonna look at this at exploring down here. We ran into that burial chamber. I just wanted to actually show you guys how that can be a pretty arduous place to get through this early on, but thanks to my godlike gamer skills, TM, we were able to get through it and actually get 10 surtling cores. Now we can get a kiln and a smelter going so that we can craft some tin. The 2 tin that we have, which is not really a whole lot, nor enough to really make anything we're gonna really care too much about. But we can at least build stag breaker with the core wood we found, and that wood will start to go a ways towards getting a base kind of built up. Yep, we feel cold. Excellent. So once we're here, we're gonna rest, refit, probably build the kiln and the smelter that we need. Maybe throw some wood in the kiln, get some charcoal pumped out and going. You can see our base over there, I think. I think that fire is still going. Yep. How many of these things are there? Get out of here. I just want to go home. Look at how funny they run. We'll kill them. Just because they're going to drop wood, stone, and gray dwarf eyes, and gray dwarf eyes are something we need to get a hold, or keep a hold of. Oh, we need a fire. Let's throw some wood in there. Got some more honey. So I like to play the game most of the time in a close-up camera, but because in the beginning we're exploring so much, I kind of keep it zoomed out for a higher FOV, field of view. But this right here, the purpose of what we're coming back here for, one, we need to repair, and two, we need to drop these off. 38, that is excellent. We should maybe think about going and fighting some trolls. I don't know if it's gonna give us, so we have stag breaker here, 5 deer trophy, 2 leather scrap, 20 core wood. Holy crap. We'll grab you, put you away, we can put you in here too. We may want to upgrade it as well. Once we do this here. Oh, I need leather scraps. We only need 2 of them. So let's go ahead and make stag breaker here. This is a really good weapon for us early on. Let's see if we wanted to upgrade stag breaker. Oh, it requires so much, and it goes to 26, and I don't think we care about it that much, as it's really only good for the time being. And this, I think, only up. Oh, it doubles it. We're at 6 and it goes to 12. That is quite a bit. And bone fragments gives us 18 damage. What I'm really curious about is the durability. This is 100, 150, so that gives us a pretty significant upgrade as well. I'm honestly considering this because we have so much, so many materials. We don't care about that. We'll grab the wood and the bone fragments. I think is all we looked at. We can make a hoe. But we want to upgrade our club. Oh, and it requires level 3 to upgrade again, which by that time we will have a better option available to us. But 24 damage is not very bad. And 200 durability. That's pretty excellent. This we might want to upgrade, but not really, because as soon as we get the forge, we get the option for a second one, and this we did want to upgrade. We need one more of these. And some resin. So we do want to upgrade you. And then it's 4 to upgrade it again. I don't think we want to upgrade that one more time. I think just once for the durability is kind of all we're really looking for. Okay, we'll go ahead and put these back. Those are nice decorative items for sure. Whoops, we'll grab this, put the coins in here. Okay. So we'll put valuables in here and extra gear and stuff, I guess. What's in here? That. We only have 4 gray dwarf. Oh, because they're in the wrong location. Let's go ahead and dump these in here. Strawberries and mushrooms. We do not have space for more strawberries. Okay, so we put the mushrooms in here. We'll put these in here. And now what we want to grab is 40 stone. And then we're going to come... I think this is a good location for it. We go to crafting. And now if we think about where we want to set this. I think that's a good location for that one. And I think that's a good location for that one. All right. So now what we can do, we can grab our tin, and it's 2 coal for every ore that you put in. So we'll put our 2 in there, and we'll grab this. How are we doing on food? Let's go refresh our food. We're just going to spend a minute here doing all this crafting here. We don't have a ton of stuff here that we need to worry about, but we'll throw 1 wood in for some more charcoal. We have tin as a new crafting material. Didn't give us any recipes though. That falls against the... falls against the house there. So we'll wait for this to craft and then we'll go deposit this. We now have logged beams. They added in the 26 and 45 degree, which is a nice addition. So we can smelt 4 things before we need to make some more coal. All right. That was such a good... That was such a good burial chamber for us. Now that we have copper and tin, or the ability to process it, I think what we might want to do is go gather some. And then, let me see here. If we grab this, too hard. Still interesting. So we're going to want to make a copper axe so we can cut down birch trees. They give us fine wood, which is what we're going to use to do things. So I'm going to run over here. We're going to mine a bunch of tin, because we're going to need a bunch of tin for a bunch of different items that we want to craft. Quit it. As well, we will also want... I'm almost thinking what we should be doing is killing deer whenever possible. As well as birds. We want to get a lot of feathers. End game, we're going to want a lot of feathers. And pretty much everything that we're going to want arrows wise or bow wise uses feathers, and there's some really cool items in the game that I really cannot wait to get to. But we are, and I will not lie to you, quite a ways off from even considering that stuff. Our concern right now needs to be finding the Vegvizir stone for the Elder, which is the next boss we're going to fight. And then... there we go. Okay, we got lucky. We were able to catch him before he ran away. And then also finding a bunch of tin and copper, mining it, processing it, getting everything kind of just set up for us in the way we want it. We really want it to be. Come here. I have an upgraded club. There do be deer. Okay, you flew away. Right, there's this village. Oh, it's still far away from the dark forest here. We'll go ahead and mine some of this. This is tin, and it's quite heavy. It weighs 8 pounds per tin. That's just a regular stone. That's not tin. But 1 tin and 2 copper makes 1 bronze ingot. So I want to grab some tin whenever we see it or find it. It's super helpful. Super helpful for us. We really should walk around with our bow. I heard a deer. I want to make sure we kill it if we can. I forgot about this village. It's across from there. It's so excellent. Just a bunch of neck here. All right. I honestly cannot wait for us to get a little farm going. We're gonna have... The other thing is, since we found a 2-star boar, I really do want to make our base up north by that boar, just by virtue of how freaking annoying that boar is gonna be. Not only just to tame, but also to oh, another one. But also to move around. I've mentioned it in the past before, but I really cannot emphasize how much of a pain in the ass moving boar around are. And so if we can avoid it, I want to avoid it. Moving at great distances. Although, if we wanted to make our base down here, like right here, we absolutely could. There's a nice little area. Nice little area for us to park the boat here. 2 boats, actually. Little clearing right here. Nice flat area to get it started. Easily defendable. Nice rock right here. Although, I don't think we'd clear it out. It is definitely something we could consider doing. And there's a village just back in here. So that might be where we get it started. But then again, we have also placed so much stuff down here that anything else might be a bit of a struggle. Okay, so we got some more tin. We're gonna knock it. If we see a little big blue boy here. Oop. Hit the ground there. Wanted to... I try to avoid destroying the environment as much as possible. Like I said in the first episode, this game is just so damn beautiful. It's really hard to be okay with just destroying the environment. Although terraforming at some level is necessary on almost every build. You want to map out where you're going to be, and then... Oh, it flew away literally as I've pulled the arrow. Okay, so the closest copper, I think... is not by the coast here. What is that? That's a pine cone. Oh, right. This is where we cut down a tree. There is another burial chamber there. I do have enough. What is that? 65 pounds. So we could carry another 8. That's 23. That's quite a bit of tin back. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. One more. One more. There we go. All right. All right. We got some more tin. And I can even drop some stuff to carry back more tin. And that is definitely something I'm going to... Yeah. We're gonna do that. That should give us... How much am I over by? 5 pounds. We don't need that. That. We have 3 deer trophy, which I don't need. I need to make room for 24, which I don't think I can do. So I think this is gonna be the load that we carry back. because I wanted to hit that one as well, but there's tons of tin over here. Let's go ahead and remove the tin marking from up there. We'll go ahead and run back. This is part of why I want to build my base near the Black Forest and a bunch of copper. We're no longer rested, so it's going to get nighttime soon. We need to be careful here. Not because of the neck, but we do need to be careful here simply because if we're in the Dark Forest at night or Black Forest at night, we are going to really struggle with not necessarily staying alive, but just getting into combat all the time. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I think what we're going to do here is I'm not going to really do much. And unless something crazy happens, I will see you when we're back at the house. All right, everybody, welcome back. I have just deposited pretty much everything that we are gonna want to do here, or pretty much everything that we're gonna want to hold on to. I am going to throw this in there and then take half of this to throw in the kiln so that we can throw a stack of tin in the smelter in the morning. So when you go to night, time passes by and your items will smelt. So we're gonna throw everything in whenever we're gonna be crafting things or smelting things or refining resources. We're probably gonna try and do it as much as we can do a load right before we go to bed. And what that is essentially gonna do for us, we're gonna grab 10 of these as well as that. And the reason for it is it's just going to speed up the refining process here. So now, while this is getting done here, what we're going to do, we're going to close the door, check our honey to make sure, okay, we need to harvest it. It's going to get full and we're going to waste production. Until we have a full stack of honey, we're not going to worry too much about what we're doing here. We're not going to worry too much about how much honey we have. We're just going to take it as it comes and be happy and excited for it. Once we kind of have a stack of honey, we're gonna probably try and store as much as we can. We can make 2 more honeybee or beehives. We do have the queen bees for that, but I'm not gonna concern myself too much with it. What our objective is right now is we're gonna go grab some copper, which means that we're gonna need to cut down some wood when we get back, I think. But if we get, they weigh 10 each, so we could carry 22 copper. The copper, even though it weighs so much, 22 of it will be more than enough for what I think we're really going to need. And then we can start, for us to start the copper process of mining. Grab this deer meat here. We are carrying quite a bit of food and other items, but our main objective is not deer this time around, although we'll probably kill them as we see them. We can always drop the meat. We don't necessarily need all that meat just hanging around, but we will grab mushrooms as we see them, dandelions as well. They are very useful later down the line. If we're lucky, we might even see a troll. The trolls are going to be big for us. We want to get a troll helmet and a cape as quickly as possible, and I think we said we needed 15 of the troll hide to accomplish that. So that's 3 more trolls we have to kill. What we could do is enter in those two troll caves. There was 2 trolls there, and we know we'd be able to kill those, but we don't really have the blocking force to be able to block them. And they do so much damage that they stagger us every time they hit us. And we'll find ourselves in a position where we won't be able to really fight them in close quarters. And our best course of action right now is going to be shooting them from a distance and kiting them. We have plenty of arrows for it. I definitely think that's our best option. I'm going to zoom out here, even though it's misty and we can't see much. We're going to want to be careful here. This is a regular gray dwarf. Oh, there's like 3 of them. So we need to be careful. Trolls will respawn. I'm just going to check around us real quick to make sure there isn't one that has spawned. There's our old body. All right, let's go mine this. We're going to be here for a minute, so I'm probably going to cut the video here. And unless something crazy happens, like a troll spawns or something like that, you will not see the rest of this. But know that I am mining this copper and we are getting progression done. Oh, now one of the things I wanted to show you guys, so we've already got 7 copper and they weigh 10 pounds each, but it also drops stone every time you mine a copper node. And we're not going to have enough room to carry back all the stone. So what I'd like to do is build like a little hut near the this to repair my near the copper deposit to repair my pickaxe with. Since we're at the crossroads that we are, where that doesn't quite make sense and all of our resources are very valuable to us, what I'm going to do is just mine out until this pickaxe breaks, and then we're going to go back. If we can get the forge and a forge and a cauldron built so we can make better food, I'm going to be so stoked, as well as the cultivator, so we can start to farm and we can maybe start to think about setting up a boar farm up there. All right, I'm going to get back to mining. Well, that was quick as shit. That's unfortunate. We'll have to come back to this. On my way back, I'm gonna cut down some of these logs here that are just laying around the forest, and we're gonna run back. I think I'm gonna make a second pickaxe because getting 10 copper off of a full pickaxe is quite disappointing. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. So we have only 10 copper. We're gonna go ahead and get this going. Grab all of this and throw this down here. We'll get 20 coal cooking. Throw 25 wood in the charcoal kiln. We'll put our excess charcoal away here. We got 16 tin now. That's quite a bit. We can make a whole stack of bronze ingots with the with the material that we have already gathered. Just making sure that we don't have a raid. Oh, we can sleep. All right, let's do it. We'll get our 25 tin cooking. Or 25 or 10 copper cooking. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and just repair everything. We are going to want to put all of our charcoal, or I shouldn't say charcoal, but all of our stuff in here. So we are currently looking at now. We need to consider permanently moving now. We do have this right here, which would make a great location for us to get a little base started that's relatively close to the copper. But before we do that, we are going to want to... Oh, we can place our forge down. We need 10 wood, 4 stone. Well, we definitely have the stone, but definitely not the wood. So I think, like I mentioned, we are gonna want, well, first of all, we're gonna want 20 of this. Get our tin smelted up here. We do have quite a bit of tin, more than I think that we're gonna need for a while, but it's good to have it now. Ores are a bit of a pain to move around in this game, and there isn't any nice way to put it. The devs have done such a great job on this game. I have no real exorbitant criticisms of them, of the way that they've designed the game. However, the inability for us to move ores through teleporters has just been one of the banes of my existence the entire time that we have that I've been playing this game. And keep in mind, I have close to 300 hours, so I'm not a person who is... I like the grind. Not being able to use the teleporter to move the ore, quite frustrating, and honestly relatively annoying. So a tip for us while we're cutting down trees, since we're gonna grab quite a bit of them, is it's better for us... I'm gonna go ahead and regen our stamina here while we eat some honey. It's better for us if we hit trees at the top of a hill and look downhill. The tree will generally fall in the direction with which that you're moving it. I actually have a really funny screenshot where I only cut down one tree, but through that one tree at the top of a hill, it cut down like 10 others. And it was a very, very interesting thing to witness when I was new to the game. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna farm some wood for a while, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, everybody, welcome back. I have just cut down a few trees, and we have about 60 wood. There's a bunch more sitting over there, and I don't have the space to go ahead and place this down. Or I'm sorry, I don't have the inventory space to put this away. So we are going to be a little over encumbered here while I throw down a forge. Oh, I need 4 coal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now we should be able to place this just right here. So that is now going to allow us to make quite a bit of different things. So I think one of the first things we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and place a roof over this. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. And it just needs to do this. So all that we have available to us is the ability to make bronze, 5 bronze ingots at a time, a butcher knife, and a copper knife. I'm not going to make a copper knife. Knives are pretty decent in this game. They attack very quickly, and they're very, very strong if you use a if you do like a sneak gameplay style, like if you wanted to have if you wanted to play more like rogue-like than this, than just running through killing everything, that's the way to go. A butcher's knife is 410. We're going to want to make this so that we can more efficiently kill the boar once we have them. But for right now, the first thing we need to do is grab 2 of this. I'm going to put that away. Grab 2 of it, actually. Grab our one tin ore that's left. Place it in there. So when you're over encumbered, you are you don't regenerate stamina. So we just got a ton of recipes. And now I'm going to show you why. So why I don't like the copper or the bronze armor. So first of all, the troll tunic at level 1 is 6 armor. Everything is 6 armor. So you have 18 armor just at level 1, and then with the cape it's 19, right? For the bronze helmet, it gives us 8. It gives us 2 more, but it requires 5 bronze. That's 1 tin, 2 copper. Per bronze, so that is 10 copper, 5 tin for each one of these, and it requires deer hide. So you're looking at 15, 30 copper that you have to go mine a whole stack of copper just to craft the level 1. And every time you upgrade it, it's like 5 or like 3, 5, 7 or something like that, where it ends up being 15 bronze every time you want to upgrade something to max. Because you can upgrade them to level 4, but it's just not worth it. For the armor upgrade, every armor upgrade is just 2, so if you were to upgrade it 3 times, you get 6 more armor. It's 14 armor. This is just going to be 2 less armor, but it gives you a sneak bonus and no movement penalty. So the troll armor is just the best way to go for armor in the early game, and that is why we're going to go ahead and stick with it. Now, there's an item here that we're going to want to craft as quickly as we possibly can, which we are not going to be able to craft for some time here. We're going to have to do a couple more runs to get some more copper. And we're going to want to get the cultivator. That's 5 bronze. So if we did another trip, got 1 inventory of copper, which is, I think we said 22 copper, or 2 pickaxes worth of copper, we would be able to make a cultivator here. And then the other one we want to make is the bronze mace. And the reason why, you see that does 35 damage. This does 18. It's a double upgrade from the basic club. And then we're also going to want to get a bronze axe. So if I have a little scrap piece of paper near me. For all the items that we're going to want to make, we need 8, 13, 8 and 13. So 8, that's 13 copper. We're not going to want a bronze pickaxe. Does it look like only 13? I think it's only 13. Yeah, we're going to want 13. The cultivator and the bronze mace. And that's just because it does so much extra damage, it's hard to ignore using the bronze mace. So we're going to want the bronze axe as well. So 16 and then 5 is 21. So we're going to want 21 bronze, which is 21 bronze for tools. And then I don't think we're not going to use swords ever. They're good, but they're not that good. They attack quick and their special does a lot of damage. Their special is piercing damage, I believe. It may still be slash, I'm not sure. The bronze spears in this game are terrible. They're not spears like you would think. They're one-handed spears, not two-handed. Although traditionally a spear can be used in one hand or in two hands. What you're thinking might be a spear is the gear. Now these are good, but they come at the trade-off of not allowing you to use a shield. That is a significant drawback. They do have block force of 40 and block armor of 16, which is better than the wooden shield, and they do pierce damage, but like I said, everything in the game up to a certain point is weak to blunt damage. So we're gonna want to craft the bronze mace, and that will be what we're gonna want to use for quite a while. The gear, like I said, you can make an argument for it. There are uses for it, especially when you get into the plains biome. And so making one early and leveling it up early is not going to be too bad. But this, I think, works best when you have a really tanky build that you're going to run. And while we could do that with the bronze armor, this is really, for it to be worth using the bronze armor, we'd have to upgrade it all the way, and that's going to be 20 bronze per item. There's 3 of them, so that's going to be 60 bronze just in the armor, in addition to the 21 bronze for tools that we're going to use. It just doesn't make sense to use the armor. So, and then we're also going to want to make some bronze nails. We can now make a forge improvement of anvils so that we can upgrade items. I don't think we're going to use that yet, and we can make a cauldron, which I think we're going to want to use. What we're going to do right now, though, is we're going to craft 2 bronze nails, or 40 bronze nails. We can eat. Let's do that. So now, if I pull this up, we have a cart here. I think priority number 1 is going to be for us to get the axe, though, because so that we can get fine wood, which will allow us to really furnish the permanent place, or not permanent place, but semi-permanent place that we're building closer to the dark forest. This is also going to allow us to build a cart with 10 bronze nails and 20 wood. What a cart does is it's basically 3 chests worth of item, but the heavier the cart is, the more difficult it is to pull. It is only pullable by you at the current point in the game. If they ever add horses that you could attach the cart to, that would be just beyond awesome for them to do, but that is not what they are in the business of doing at the current moment. I think what they're currently looking for, we're going to go ahead and just make another chest here, because we're going to want to get a ton of wood, and if we place that here, we can't get in or out. So I'm going to place it out here. I'm going to grab this, and what I'm going to do is transfer all the metal ores. Whoops. I'm going to transfer all the metal ore and metal stuff that we have and put it in here, as well as our extra wood. So we have 25 tin. That's good. We can also make a cauldron if we grab some stone and wood. And I'll show you what that does in a second here. So we need 5 of this, 2 of this, 6 of this. We go to crafting. Oh, it's 10 tin. Okay. Let's grab 4 more. so that we can make a stack 30, which will give us all the bronze we need to level up here. And I think what I'm going to do is actually place this, well, I'll go ahead and place this here and place that there. And now with honey and boar meat, we can make boar jerky, which gives us 23 health and 23 stamina, which is quite good. And then we can also make Queen's Jam. Now, Queen's Jam is going to be better than the honey by 5, but it's so expensive to make with raspberries and blueberries. I personally think that you're just better off eating honey raw because, like, you don't want to really be forced to do anything here. You can now see we can make some mead bases here. And if I look at, once we get some fine wood, we should be able to make some other stuff here. But the mead bases are pretty good. And the mossy fishing bait, dead trolls in the forest often attract a fish or two. Speed up the process with this bait. So this right here is our fishing bait, mossy fishing bait, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and grab our honey here. And I think all that's left for us to do, I can't remember how much. I think it's 10 wood. You know what? We'll grab 20 just in case. And if we can make 2 more antler pickaxes, we will. You know what? We can make 2 more antler pickaxes. Ain't nothing wrong with having 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this deer hide away and deer trophy away. This is going to allow us to get just every ounce of copper we really want. How much does this weigh? 4 pounds. That weighs 2 pounds. This weighs 4 pounds. This weighs 2 pounds. So we probably have 10 pounds there. This weighs 5, 5, and 1. So that's 11 pounds there. Yeah, we're probably pretty full up on the. Do we have any wood? We're gonna need to put some wood here. We'll grab one. We're gonna need to put some wood here. But priority number 1 is going to be getting the bronze axe. So that's 8 bronze and some leather scraps, which we do have enough for. I'm going to go ahead and sleep. And I think what we're going to want to do is end the episode here. We're at day 15. So that is excellent for us here. What I'm going to do here, I think this is going to be a good place. Just with all the progress we've made in this episode, I think this is a good place to end. And we'll pick up in the next video. So while I've still got you, I'm gonna go ahead and thank you for watching the video to this point. This is the end of the video. If you want to watch me play games live, you can always follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/NoahOdom, just how my YouTube channel is spelled. Over there we play a lot of Overwatch and Valorant and other kind of more action-y games that are kind of more fun to play on stream. They're more interactive with the viewer as well. I think you guys have a better time enjoying watching those on stream. We will probably do a stream at some point here for Valheim, where I'll do like a live stream where we do like a big copper mine or something like that, if we ever need to do something like that, where we do, maybe what we'll do is, because iron is so excellent, we'll do an iron run where we go and clear out like a ton of crypts, find like a ton of crypts and just go clear them all out once we get to that point. But for right now, I think our progress is very good. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.